One of the trends that I've been noticing, others have been noticing as well, is record job quitting trends
Yeah.
in the United States. What do you think? What can we learn from that interesting dynamic?
Okay, so there's a lot packed in there, right? So we went into the pandemic. We had this huge layoff, right? We laid off, or we lost about almost 23 million jobs. Okay, that was huge. Over the next few months, we recovered. We bounced back. We got a lot of those jobs back, but we were still in a pandemic, and during that pandemic, we saw a lot of the baby boomers who were working into their 60s, who had always considered retiring but never had, decided, you know what, now's the time. I'm done. I'm going to retire. So we saw that. We saw a lot of people decide, okay, I'm not going to work. I'm not going to go back to work. I'm going to take care of my kids or somebody else. I'm going to care for somebody else. That is another big chunk of population. Those all exited the workforce. We saw a lot of people move. We saw a lot of people migrate from high cost center markets like in New York or the Bay Area and relocate to other cities across the country where they took a high, very expensive market salary with them to some place with a very low cost of living. And then they looked at their significant other and said, hey, by the way, you don't need to work. Our cost of living just got cut in half, but I'm still making great money. And so we saw a lot of people exit the employment market from that. Now, that drives a labor shortage, right? We're basically at a 5 million person shortfall. If you look at the number of job openings versus the number of people actively looking for work, the unemployment rate, there's about 5 million more jobs than there are people looking for work. That's a shortage. That's driving up wage pressure, but it's creating a very aggressive recruiting climate and a lot of opportunity. So, historically, normally, when you have job dissatisfaction, you suck it up and carry on, right? You just keep moving forward. You're like, okay, I'll get past this. I'll keep moving. I'll solve this, and it'll be fine in the future. And you suck it up. Now today, because there's so many jobs available, so much demand, so many opportunities, I'm not going to suck it up. I'm going to take it. I'm going to quit. I'm going to go out. I will find another job. It's fine. There's so many to choose from. There's recruiters calling every day. It's okay. So the quits rate has gone up a lot because there's this huge labor shortage, and there's a lot of jobs being created because we have good economic growth, right? We can't forget, as we talk about all these risks, inflation and rising interest rates and all these barriers to growth, we cannot forget that economic growth last year was quite strong, and that the forecasts, even with all these headwinds, are still pretty good. Depending on who you ask, any given time is somewhere 2 to 4% expectations of economic growth this year. So there are opportunities, and that job dissatisfaction is people aren't going to put up with it. They're going to move on. They're going to go find something else. They may even change into a different city, wherever they want to go live. A lot of movement into the southern states, into the quality of life. We see migration to Texas and Florida and so on, and that will continue. So I guess the key word there is take care of your employees. They're golden right now. There's really nothing more important right now than the quality of the people who you have working for you.